I'll quote Reverend Ike for a moment. He says, I am not other people's opinions. You can quote me if you give me credit. A lot of them quote me, but they don't give credit. Or some quote me out of one side of the mouth and cuss me out of the other. That's all right, I'll get my reward anyway. But I'm not other people's opinions. Say that.
I'm not other people's opinions.
I mean, you know, whatever opinion you have of me, that's your opinion. Why should I worry about it? If I worry about it, then I give it power. You see, that's why we are told, let not your heart be troubled. Because everything that you worry about, you invest it with your energy in a negative way. And it comes after you. And you think it's another power. But it's not. It's your own power coming back at you as the devil, lying to you. While on earth, if there was a secret to the power of Jesus, it was that he knew who he was. And he knew he had the power. It was said to him on one occasion, Jesus, the devil is coming after you. He said, the prince of this world comes but finds nothing in me. There's nothing in me that's going to make me give away my power. Say that. There's nothing in me that's going to make me give away my power. And so I needed to empower those prisoners that day. Overwhelming majority black men and Hispanic men and a few others. But mostly my people being destroyed. Why? For the lack of knowledge. Now listen, let's not get confused about what the problem is. The problem is a lack of knowledge, a lack of self-knowledge. Jesus was always saying, I and my Father are one. And I like that translation that says, I and my Father are the same one. Let's hear it. I and my Father are the same one. He would be nothing apart from the Father. He would admit to nothing apart from the Father. I'm in the Father, and the Father is in me. Oh, I know who I am. And you can't get to me unless you get past the Father. Woo! And he that keepeth thee shall not slumber nor sleep. You have the power, I told them, and the responsibility to change your life. Well, I had the scripture going. Be not conformed to this world. Say that. Oh, I could do a whole series on that. Examine yourself in your private meditations to see where you have conformed to the thinking of the world and get rid of all of that thinking. Where do you get your self-identity from? Are you still living the self-identity that they gave you? That's why I even changed the color of my self-identity. Y'all can be any color y'all want to be. But I found out something. The only color of power in the American economy is green. Any other color, as I believe Henny Youngman says, don't get no respect. And you see, the world has even told us a whole lot of lies about money to scare us away from it. Did I hear what you say? Did you hear what I said? Say with me again, be not conformed to this world. And I had to get those men to loosen up their self-identity from what the world had told them. That's why they were where they were. They were conforming to the image of the sociologist. Beware of the sociologist. Jesus was always saying, beware of the leaven of the scribes and the Pharisees. And watch them Sadducees. They were sad, you see. I don't take any of that sociological doctrine that they send down from Washington. You are black, therefore. You got sickle cell anemia. We make the sign of the cross to cross it out at uptown. That's where I go Roman Catholic, you know. I take something good from everybody. You know, you're black, therefore, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I say, up, hold it. And whenever I've been on these talk shows and interviews and so on, and they call me a black preacher, I stop them right in their tracks. I said, if we must use color, let's use green. I said, not that I don't know what it means to be black, because I was black before I turned green. Say with me again, be not conformed to this world. Be not conformed to this world. We may get to that last clause in a few minutes. You can't conform to all of these things that you hear out there in the world, because there's certain things they don't want y'all to know. A young minister in Miami, Florida told me something a few years ago that was very interesting. I'd never heard it said that way. He said to me, he said, do you know why they, the world in this case, does not want preachers to say anything about money? It's because money is their God, and they don't want you to get the power of their God. They don't want you to know how to handle their God, how to control their God. They don't want you to know how to get a hold of it. See, because the fact of the matter is, you know, money is not evil. It's what you do with it. It has never made me a worse person. I was worse when I didn't have it. I was hungry. Going to school here in New York, I first came here at 17. I would peel off my jackets when I came out of class and pawn them in the pawn shops for $2 to get dimes for the subway. None of you were born then, or you don't remember when the subway was a dime. At the end of the season, I would be stripped down. When I went back home to my mother, she had to give me money when I came back to school to get my stuff out of the pawn shop. If there's anything more evil than the love of money, it is the lack of money, y'all. Be not conformed to this world. See, because the world will try to scare you away from money, because the world doesn't want you to know that you are supposed to control money. Money is not supposed to control you. And as long as you understand that, it's fine. Be not conformed